Dude, that was sitting in the dark. Chicken SAR. Gotta do it. I don't know what happened, man. Look. Look. My power is it's dark as hell in here. I don't know why they cut me. I don't know why I have no power. So, but I felt like, people are like, dude, like they got him. No, like, motherfuckers can't get me. But I have no idea why they cut me. I have no idea. I have no idea why they cut me. I have this one window. It's the only window that gives light to the whole room. It's dark as hell in here. And fortunately, I have a chair right by the window. And yeah, I got no power, man. I don't know. It's really messed up, isn't it? It's really messed up that in this day and age, if something happens, like power, like who knows? Maybe there's construction outside and maybe the whole building lost power. I don't know. But it's really messed up that something like that happens and your initial gut reaction is that like it's intentional. Like how much faith are we losing in society and how much faith are we losing in kind of the world around us that our first gut reaction isn't, oh yeah, like maybe it's a construction outage. That it's, oh my gosh, they got him. I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault. I blame society and I blame these overlords that like oppress our lives, that force us to feel this way. It's really fucked up if you think about it. Like we as a population of the world should feel safe. We as a population of the world should feel like things are okay. And the reality is that the fact that as soon as something bad happens, that our gut reaction is that they got him. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's the system's fault. It's fucking broken. Like it was maybe a few months ago, maybe like 6 months ago. My mom called my wife, and my mom was like, like Matt should be careful about what he says online because like what if they try to do something to him? Thinking about like government, and I was really mad at my mom. I was like, why would you? Why would you fear porn my wife? Why are you trying to make her scared? And I thought about it. I'm like, actually, it's not her fault. What is wrong with the world and what is wrong with society that a 70-year-old woman needs to fear for the life of her son and her daughter in law and granddaughter? What is wrong with society that a 70-year-old woman has to fear because her son talks to the internet? How crazy is that? Like, it's not her fault for fear porning my wife. It's the system's fault for making her feel that way. You shouldn't live in fear. Something is systematically broken with society. Something is systematically broken in the world if you live in fear. It means that the leadership has failed us. It means that the levers of power are being abused to oppress us. It shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't be that way, actually. You should feel safe. The one role of government is to make its population feel safe. And they weaponize their propaganda machine. They weaponize They're tools to make you feel unsafe. It's really fucked up. They should not be doing that. And at some point, I don't know how it's done. At some point, people need to take back control. It needs to happen. I don't know what happened. My power went out. It just cut out. And I don't know if it's the whole building. I don't know if it's just my suite. Um, I have no idea. But I do know is that I wanted to let you know that I'm okay. Because as we started, it's really messed up that the gut reaction of everyone that was watching the stream, it was maybe close to 750, 800,000 people. It's really messed up that the gut reaction is, oh my gosh, they got him. Because that's a really shitty feeling to have, actually. And the fact that we are led to believe that, it's messed up. I did, when I started kind of growing on the podcast and we started heading into more controversial topics, I had to let my neighbors know. So it was a really awkward day because I had to go to my neighbors and be like, hey, by the way, like we're really friendly and we chat, and they know about like my regular business, and I'd be like, hey, by the way, I kind of talk on the internet and I talk about things that maybe some powerful people may not like, and I just need to let you know that this is what I do. Because it's how do you go and be like, oh, by the way, like I have a podcast and people watch me? Like it's such a weird thing to do, you know what I mean? It's a really awkward thing. And then that same day, I went to the police station. And I went to the local police station and I was like, hey, like people I need to talk to maybe the police chief or someone in charge because I just want to let you know that I live in your town now. I just moved here about 6 months ago, and I want to let you know what I do. And that's such a weird thing to do too, you know? Oh yeah, like I have a lot of followers, like hey guys, like people watch me. Like how do you do that actually? It's the mo it's so it's so cringe. You know what I mean? It's so cringe to have to do that. But I felt like I had to. And I told the lady at the front, I was like, well, like I kind of have like a really big Instagram and my YouTube is growing and a lot of people listen to me talk and talk about politics and things like this and I want to talk to the chief. And she was like, what? Like what? I don't even know how to take care of that. So I sat down with the chief of the precinct and I gave him all my socials. I told him what it is that I do. And I told him that, like people getting doxxed is a real thing these days. And I just don't want to run into a situation where I'm streaming or I'm home and I'm doing something online. And I don't need you guys coming into my house, guns blazing. I have dogs, I have a child, I have a family. I just need you to know that it's a possibility. Like, here's my cell phone number, here's my information, here's my address. Um, just a heads up. Please don't come in guns blazing at 3 a.m. because I have dogs, I could be streaming. Like, it could become a bad situation for everybody. Don't don't swat me. And they were like really good about it. They're like, okay, like we totally understand. We know that swatting is a thing. Actually, we just watched a video of someone else getting swatted. And what we'll do is we have a patrol car that goes by that neighborhood. We'll just ask them to go by one extra time at night, just in case. And we'll leave your cell phone number to the dispatch. So if we ever get a call, we'll give you a heads up. If we get a call, we have to go. But we'll give you a heads up and let you know. And that was like the really coolest thing out there, you know? Because I live in this quiet conservative town and they understood. They understood and they really appreciated the fact that I went to them first. Um, and it was really weird, but I had to do it. and they appreciate it. And every once in a while, they'll come by, and I see them rolling by, and they'll have just the blue lights on, and they know who I am. I know who they are, and I really appreciate that. You know, so being proactive and getting ahead of these situations sometimes does help. They know I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a hateful person. Just because I'll say things out loud that maybe society says that you're not supposed to say, you still got to do it. Someone's got to do it. And I'm so far down it, like, like the chance of me ever getting a real job is like zero because there are not many companies that would hire me at this point. You know, like I can't just all of a sudden be like, hey, like here's my resume, and they're gonna look me up and be like, oh no, like we can't hire you. So it is what it is. I'm okay. And I know that I'm so far down this path at this point in life that I am way past the point of no return. So if you guys support me, if you guys share the podcast, if you help me fight through the algorithm, I would really appreciate that. I try to always be as honest as possible, as genuine as possible. I always tell you exactly what I think. It means that sometimes I may be wrong. It is what it is. Like I'm just thinking out loud. I feel like at this point of where we are in kind of this relationship and this journey, I feel like you guys understand me, that understand that I'm not doing it to clickbait you, that I'm not trying to intentionally deceive you, that I'm just telling you how I perceive the world and what I notice in the world and how I take in the information and how I take it and how I process it is exactly how I tell it to you. Meaning sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's not correct. It is what it is. Like you can't I'm going to say this though. The news and the talking political heads and the commenters of society, at best, they're 50-50 on whether or not they're right or wrong. Because they could be either intentionally lying to you or intentionally telling the truth or some combination between. At best, you're 50-50 on trusting them. My hit rate's like 75%, 80%, maybe. I am more right than I am wrong, and I think that's pretty good enough right now in this day and age. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys coming back into the stream. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I feel like we've done this before. We're just cut out, and I want to come back. So if you can go to www.soj.oo. If someone can type that, I don't know how to pin it. If you can, someone type that in, I'll pin it. Go to the Soju website. It is starting off as a website. It will eventually be an app. We will eventually build in end-to-end encryption, DMs. We will eventually build in a dedicated media player. But right now, we are starting as a website, going into an app eventually. It's something that we've been working on. It is a huge passion project of mine. It is called Soju, and soj.oo. Go sign in. Go to the Free Thinkers Pocha and go check in SAR. Let me see. How do I pin that? Can I pin that, Phelps? Thank you, Phelps. Go to that website, soj.oo, and go sign up for an account. All you need is email. We don't collect any data. It's literally it's it's like Reddit, except when Reddit was cool. You know what I mean? Like there was a time where I grew up on message boards. I used to do the message board thing. Jam, thank you, bro. I used to do the message board thing all the time. I grew up on message boards. That's like where I learned information. That's where I learned a lot of things. That's where I made a lot of connections. That's how I figured out how the internet works. And it was, I really appreciated that format. I used to love Reddit. I used to hang out on Reddit all the time before it became like this woke cesspool of like ridiculousness. But when Reddit was cool, I used to spend a lot of time there. I wanted to bring that back. We wanted to bring that back. So it's got that Reddit vibe. It's got kind of a 4chan vibe because there's no censorship. If it's legal in the United States, it's allowed. We don't have any algorithms. We don't have any bots, AI bots running around there. It's literally done by human logic, by human engagement. We don't even have a like button. We call it a bump. If you guys remember, like message boards, if you want to get something back in the conversation, you bumped it. We bump it. It's got that feel, but it's more clean. It's more modern. It's got a good feel to it. It works really well. We have a couple thousand people on there already in the first week of opening it. So definitely go check it out. Soj.oo. And seriously, like it's something that I started. Don't be a dick. Like just go like sign up. Use your burner email. Like I don't care. Like just go. Like help me out. You know what I mean? No porn. No porn is allowed. We don't do porn because there are a million sites that you can have porn. I don't want to pay for server space to host your porn. It's fucking expensive, dude. We don't have any investors. We don't have any outside money. We don't have any hedge funds. We don't have any tech oligarchs. Like, don't waste my server space by posting porn. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's expensive. So, no porn. Plenty of place to go porn. It's unlimited porn in the world. Don't do that shit on my site. If you post porn, I will ban you. That's the only reason I will ban you. Or if, like, CP. Porn and CP, like, no go. But if you want to talk about interesting ideas, you want to have a conversation, and if there are topics in the world that you want me to read, learn about, think about, and discuss in a future podcast, then go to the Free Thinkers Room and just drop your research. Like, I'm going to read it. You know, it will be a global town square, meaning that you are going to have ideas that you agree with. You're going to have ideas that you don't agree with. I think that's actually important. I talk to people that I vehemently disagree with all the time in ideology because I think that makes you a more balanced person. It helps you understand the other side. And if you want to win in any sort of ideological war, you have to understand what the other side is thinking. Locking yourself in an echo chamber that has only your viewpoint is actually very dangerous. It is very closed minded. It actually doesn't improve society. And if we want to make the world better, you have to understand how the other side works. So you're gonna have people that are extremely JQ, you have people that are extremely anti JQ, and it's fine. Like win by having a better argument and better reasoning, not by like force and will. Because if you try to delete people that you disagree, then we become just like the tech oligarchs that we have now. Like, how is that any different than Reddit or TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or X? If you just delete opposing viewpoints, like you can't live like that. That's actually not the way to run a society. You know what I mean? So go to soj.oo, go check in SAR, go to the Free Thinkers Pocha, and go check in SAR and do it. You know what I mean? Like, do it. And people say, man, I want to like talk to you about something. Like, dude, just put it in there. I'm reading it. I'm there all the time right now. So put it there. We will make an app. The app is gonna come soon. We have one dev. Andrew built the whole thing. If you go on the site, it's Tangun DNGUN. He literally built the whole site himself. We've done like 30 updates in the last 3 days. We're constantly updating. We are working till literally 3 a.m., 4 a.m. at nighttime, and starting again at 7 a.m. Like it's pretty good. It works really well, and it's improving constantly. So I don't have. Oh, don't swap me. I don't have any personal data. We don't collect personal data. All we have is an email address. It's a really cool place to hang out. There's a lot of stuff going on there. We're hanging out there all the time. Go there, check in SAR. And I know, like, oh, but I'm on my phone. I'm gonna do it later. No, don't be a dick. Just fucking go do it now. We're in that place, right? We can say that to each other. Yeah. Don't be a dick. It's my thing. Like, go check in. It's not like someone else's thing. I'm not shilling someone else's product. It's my product. So go do it. Like, what a dick. How are you gonna watch me and like comment and like hang out and like consume content and then I do one thing and it's the only thing I've ever asked you to do and then don't do it? Like, that's such a dick move. Don't be a dick. Like, just do it, right? It's pinned at the bottom, www.soj.oo. And dude, I didn't know OO was domain extension. Like, that's pretty cool. You know? So soju is a Korean alcohol. It's the by volume the most consumed alcohol in the world. It's kind of cool. I don't know. Go check it out. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys enjoy this format, I will do more of these. I don't mind streaming. If you guys like hanging out just for the sake of hanging out, I will do it more. So leave a comment. Let me know if you guys like to do it. And if you guys like, oh, you're so mean, clown, whatever, eat a dick. Like, I don't care. Go elsewhere. There are plenty of other content creators, streamers, talking heads that will tell you exactly what you want to hear. If that's what you want to do, go. I don't care. Because we are building a community and a movement of people that are more thick skinned, that are able to question the realities around them, that are able to see through the narratives that are forced down our throats. And if you are weak and you are overly sensitive and you're going to be mad because I said don't eat a dick, eat a dick. It's fine. We have people growing all over the world. We are getting stronger every day. Our movement is growing constantly. I'm okay with that, man. I'm really okay with that. We don't deal with beta weak shit. We just don't. You know, even the women here, they're tough. If you're gonna cry harder, cry elsewhere. If you're trying to sign up and you are on a Microsoft email or a Yahoo email, the verification email may not show up because Microsoft and Yahoo are gay as fuck. So use a Gmail. Gmail works really good. If you are on an older version of Safari, it may not work properly because we're not optimized for the old version. They updated, and by the time we update it, everyone's gonna be on the new version. So use Chrome. Chrome works. Gmail works. Like, again, we're a tiny team. We don't have the resources to accommodate literally everything. Almost everyone is on Chrome or the new version of Safari and using Gmail at this point. We can't develop for the small minority. We just don't have the time or the resources to do it. So use your Chrome, use your Gmail, go sign up, and soj.oo, and don't be a beta bitch. Like, we don't like that. And don't use AOL, man. Like, who uses, Yahoo, they try to charge you for using their email. If you don't need to pay for them, then they like delete your emails. Fuck Yahoo. Like, who does that? I don't know who cut my power. It's out. I don't know why it's not back on. I don't know what's coming back on. So this is me signing out for the day. But again, if you guys appreciate this type of stuff, you want me to sign in just for the sake of signing in, let me know. We'll do more of these. Why do Koreans have a, can I pin this somewhere? I don't know how to do it. Why do Koreans have a superiority complex? I don't think it's superiority complex. I think there is value in certain groups of people feeling. I don't have a problem with individual groups of people feeling superior. I think that's actually important. I don't think it's called superiority. I think it's considered being proud of where you're from. And I don't have no problem with that. I have no problem with French people being proud that they're French. If you're Nigerian and you're proud to be Nigerian, be proud to be Nigerian. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, making it feel like adding the superiority word to it to make it seem like it's a negative connotation is like weird. If you're Mexican, you're like, Viva la Mexico. Like, bro, own that shit. That's fine. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being comfortable with who you are? Who you are. And don't let anyone make you feel like you can't be proud of who you are. If you are like this white hillbilly from the middle of Arkansas, bro, own that shit. Fuck it. Who cares? Don't let anyone make you feel inferior because you feel proud of who you are. Like, do it. I think people are different, and I think that's okay. I think understanding that people are different, that people races are different, that people are different, people from different social that from different socioeconomic backgrounds are different. Like, what's wrong with recognizing that? We can only solve problems when we recognize and understand the differences between people. I think trying to make it seem like every person is the same and every person is exactly equal, that's the biggest psyop ever. It's not true. Be comfortable who you are. I like I like weird people. I like people that are socially awkward. I like people that when you meet them in person, you're like, "Oh, that guy is kind of weird." I like those people actually. Those are my favorite people. I like the people that are a little autistic because the people that are weird, to me, it just means that you're really comfortable with who you are. The people who are seem like everybody else that seem to fit in so comfortably, you're not who you are. You're not comfortable with who you are. You're like pretending to try to fit in. It's really fake, actually. I like people who are so comfortable with who they are that they are fine with being weird. Those are my favorite people. I have no problem with weird people. The people that are too polished, the people that try to seem like everyone else, the people that feel like a cutout, the people that are walking, living, breathing NPCs. Bro, I don't fuck with you, man. It's just disingenuous. I don't have time and capacity in my heart to care about NPCs. I just don't. Pooflingers, like, I'm on the fence with the pooflingers. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting me, supporting the journey, being a part of all of this. I really do. And yeah, man, we'll do this again soon. Have a good day. Be fucking weird. Be yourself. Do your thing. How do I close this? I'm stuck. Bye, everyone.